Heck yeah. Okay. Recently for a video, I accidentally recorded a ton of replays on the wrong view, and they were all stall games. Had to go back and re-record like an hour and a half of gameplay. It was so sad. Because, you know, I got like a replay recording view that's like screen centered, and then a stream view, which is way to the left, because Smogon has a bunch of like random stuff on the right no one wants to see.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, though, I think we're almost guaranteed to be live. We're getting there, so I'll do the intro soon.
Yeah.
Like they're probably hearing us right now, but they're not definitely hearing us right now. So I want to just be sure till I start yapping about Ogerpon.
What's the worst thing that could happen if they hear us right now?
Oh, it's not a I'm like 90% sure they can. Okay, they definitely can. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, now I'll start doing the rant though.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Welcome. It's time. It's time to build Ogerpon. It will be choice banned. It will be adamant. We're greedy like that. I'm greedy like that, and I won't have anything. I won't abide by anything less. This is going to be a fun time, and we are joined today by SRN, community contributor, Smogon channel YouTube guy sometimes, and of course successful tournament player and my longtime team building buddy. SRN, thank you for joining.
Yes. Thank you very much for having me. Now we're doing something very ambitious today.
Oh, that's right.
I wouldn't say it's any more ambitious than our usual projects. This one, I think it has a chance to be viable, but you know, we're starting off with choice band Ogerpon Teal Mask, which honestly isn't even that crazy, but we're also adding. Oh, you know what? Maybe you should say this part, Pinka.
All right. We're adding a Rillaboom. We're doing grass spam. And you know, this seems like a movie intro moment. So let me see if I can do the voice. in a world where Corviknight, Pecharunt, Dragonite, and Moltres exist, two builders try and build grass spam. All right. So that's right. We're trying grass spam. Like the stream for that. We'll see how it goes. And Scizor. I guess I should mention Scizor as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're in some trouble today.
Starting the team build with two mono grass types when you have so much to cover in SVOU. Many people are saying that this won't be possible. You know, many people might even be closer than you think, Pinka. You know, they might even be on this stream right now.
Wait, who might be on the stream right now?
The many people who say this isn't possible.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. There are a lot of people that are not optimistic about that. Chat is seeming not optimistic, but you know what? That's what we do here. We take okay, but like, look, all right. Here's the good news. Here's the good news.
Yeah.
The biggest problem grass types face is, well, there are a few things. So, okay.
Don't forget Kyurem.
Huh?
Don't forget Kyurem.
Okay, yeah, there's Kyurem, but okay, so here's what I think. So of course there are the defensive problems. There being a ton of really popular Pokemon that hit grass types super effectively. That's one. But the main issue is the defensive problems. The fact that it has to deal with a ton of grass resist, Zapdos, Weezing, Scizor, Raging Bolt, Pecharunt, Moltres, Kyurem, Kingambit, Iron Moth, Iron Crown, Goldengo, Dragonite, Dragapult, Corv, Cinderace, Ceruledge. That's a lot of grass resists in the tier. And I think I didn't even mention Glowking, so there's a few more.
Yeah, and many of them are also 4x grass resists.
Yes, a lot of 4x. Oh, and Zapdos. I think I may have missed that one. Thank you, Dr. Bognor, for the £2. Super glad to see G-Weez get the deserved OU. Yeah, we did have some tier shifts recently. Honestly, everyone's like celebrating G-Weezing as this underrated low tier that's like rising the ranks and is so hyped. It's like all this means, guys, is that there's a lot of stall out there. I'm confused by the enthusiasm.
Be careful, guys. Don't rely on your hazards. You gotta have other ways to stall break.
Yeah, well, I mean, G-Weezing is not, when it's paired with Allo, it's pretty rough to keep hazards up, I will say, but it still is a good tool. Hazard stack against stall, it's still a good tool.
When it's like G-Weezing and Aloe and like Corv with a double defog and Aloe to keep them healthy, it's really tough.
Yeah, but Goldengo can threaten both G-Weez, and if you got a gold, you're still in a good spot.
Yeah, and just because we are having two grass types that aren't weak to fighting types, that doesn't mean that we don't need a fighting immunity or very good resist.
Oh yeah, for sure. We've got a lot. We've got to get done. And but before we add the obvious Goldengo, let's talk about some other things. Let's just explain the basic idea here. So I'm gonna pull up some calcs for the people so we can get some optimism in the house. And something I was considering is actually running. So okay, first, do you agree with Adamant?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Yeah. Okay. So let me show you this thing. Adamant Choice Band Terra Grass in grassy terrain is doing 60 minimum to a max HP Goldengo with Ivy Cudgel.
Beautiful stuff.
That's pretty good. And that's a no contact move, I should note. And I'm lagging. Okay, we're back. And to a defensive Zapdos, we have a 60% chance to 2-hit KO. A max defense Zapdos with Terra Grass in grassy terrain. And I also want to note that that is not even counting the high critical hit chance of Ivy Cudgel, which could just BS kill something at any point. We love to see that. I believe...
And don't forget, Ivy Cudgel doesn't make contact either, so we're not risking static.
Exactly. And this one-shot specially defensive Gliscor. That's right. In terrain, Terra Grass, one-shot specially defensive Gliscor with Ivy Cudgel. And I believe physically defensive dies to Power Whip, which we might not run, but I was considering Power Whip.
No, there's no way we have room for Power Whip. Ogrepon actually has a good move pool for coverage.
You're right.
We definitely need all of it.
Okay, but we run U-turn knock Ivy Cudgel for sure. You can't, if you go without those, you're a fool. And then
actually,
you're thinking no U-turn? I guess we could go without U-turn.
No. I'm actually thinking we don't necessarily need knockoff because we're gonna definitely have it on Rillaboom.
Yeah, but they want to help out each other. You know, we're not necessarily certain that Ogerpon's going to be the one sweeping. Like, Rillaboom has grass priority, and it has potential to sweep as well.
Think about it this way. What I had in mind was that we run the Swords Dance, Life Orb, like Glide, Woodhammer, knockoff, Terra Dark Rillaboom. So if you want to run that set, you want to keep Rillaboom's knockoff strong, which you don't necessarily want Ogerpon doing the knocking first. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're thinking Terra Dark SD Rilla. What item?
Life Orb.
I don't know about Life Orb.
We have two grasses to cover our defensive bases. We can afford to be a little risky with one of them.
Yes, I agree with that. My concern is... Okay, because look, if we run a choice banded Rillaboom, then... You know, we have pivoting. It kind of comes in a lot, and we can sort of keep grassy terrain support good for Ogrepon in that way. If we have an SD Rillaboom, that's not the kind of Pokemon that like comes in all the time. That kind of comes in like once or twice in the game. I
mean, Choice Band Rillaboom isn't coming in that much more often than a Life Orb one. It's just that Choice Band has the U-turn to like make some other Volt Turn stuff flow. That's all.
Well, but it also, I mean, that makes it come in more. It's like, choiced Pokemon generally come in more often than setup sweepers. I think that's like...
Yeah, that's fair. But,
so my concern, I'm thinking we go Terrain Extender. And here's the thing, right?
Extender, huh?
Terrain extender, because it's actually here's the thing. It's not actually bad at all on Swords Dance sets because people try to like protect past it with their Glide score, or like you're on a really rough timer with Swords Dance sets where you have to like SD and immediately start clicking, and then you run out of priority so soon. I've had a pretty good experience using extender dance Rillaboom, and it also makes it so that we can bring in Rilla like once, just like throw it out on a free turn at some point, switch it out, and then we've got like, great grassy terrain for Ogerpon. Now, I might be overestimating the importance of grassy terrain being up for Ogerpon. Maybe it's not that big of a deal, and we're just gonna get walled by Moltres anyway. But I think it's at least worth a try. Maybe but it probably won't change how we build the team much either way, so we can probably just try 2 different versions.
I am willing to try Terrain Extender SD. I'm willing to try basically the same set I said, but with Terrain Extender over Life Orb. I'm down to try it.
Okay, so yeah, Terra Dark knockoff, I agree, that sounds good, especially for Petrarunt, but also just like random stuff like Core of Moltres, whatever.
Yeah.
What's last is Drain Punch, I imagine, for King Gambit.
No, it's Glide Woodhammer knockoff.
Oh, Woodhammer. I mean,
we need those bodies.
That's interesting. I definitely don't want to run LO Woodhammer. That sounds kind of insane.
Well, we're here for grass spam, Pinka. Are you trying to like, are you committing, or are you sort of let's hedge my bets? Let's play it safe, guys. I don't actually want to kill stuff with the grass moves.
Look, grass spam can mean 2 grass types. All right, it doesn't need to mean I'm clicking grass moves every turn. And I resent this. I resent this cowardly depiction. Whereas, I mean, let's remember, you guys have seen the streams. I'm the one that's like, let's try this, and Esrod's like, no, that's bad. Let's just use Gliscor and Petrarunt and Darkrai. Yeah. Hey, remember we had a Dragapult stream? Bro wanted to build Dragapult. That was this guy. That wasn't my idea.
In fairness, the Life Orb Pult was a set that was cool. However, it didn't work out. Okay, it's fine. It happened.
Oh no, I'm not hating on it not working out. That's par for the course. I'm hating on it being a Dragapult. That was boring. Anyway, though.
Come on, no, it was fun.
Okay, so all right, we already got some ideas flowing into chat. One that kind of is funny. Guy says, yeah, Magladroth? I don't know what that name is, but earlier I had like a grassy, I think a CB Rilla, like bulky offense with a leftovers Spadef bulk up Ursaluna, and it was actually, like with guts, of course, it was actually kind of wild. We definitely don't have to run that, but something to think about. I think
leftovers.
Yeah, I think I ran like Facade, Facade Headlong Rush, or like Facade EQ, maybe even. We probably would have to go high horsepower. I saw another set that was like Headlong Rush, Ice Punch, Rest Talk, which I guess Ice Ground is really good coverage. So, I mean, I'm not sure if that's going to fit, but it's something we can have in the back, and it's a really good, like, I guess not status absorber, but it's worth thinking. It's worth considering.
Yeah. I also did see Heatran mentioned in the chat. I actually want to like say why that I don't think that will work. Because with Heatran, what you really want to pair that with is 1, Sun, so you can Solar Beam the Aloe, or 2, Water Pond, so you can block the Aloe flip turn. Or 3, I guess, Volcanion, so you can also block the Aloe flip turn. Now, we obviously can't put Wellspring because we're building around Ogrepon Teal Mask. So and we obviously can't make Sun here. I think that's like way too ambitious.
Oh yeah, we're not doing Sun. Although Solar Blade would be hilarious on these guys. I'd say.
No, that's overcooking. So the point is, I don't think we can fit Heatran and Volcanion on this team. I really don't think we can do that. So I just don't think Heatran's gonna work.
I mean, okay, I think you're a little stuck on the on Sun Heatran, especially defensive Heatran, is not a bad Pokemon by any means. It deals so well. It switches into Moltres easily. I mean, it can't do anything, but it switches in like a boss. It handles it handles Petrunk, Goldengo, Walls Iron Moth for years. Switches into Dragapult really well. The Flash Fire is just like really good in the Sun matchup, and it's a solid rocker, right? And like you can Lava Plume stuff, and of course with Protect and Terrain, like you run Stealth Rock, Tact, like Lava Plume EP or Lava Plume Wisp or stuff like that, and it's not bad at all.
Yeah, you're not wrong. These are all good traits of Heatran, but I just really hate running it without a flip turn like absorber.
That's fair. That. Yeah, I definitely understand that. You can run Wisp to cripple Olo, and it's not like we have Pokemon that struggle to come in on Olo is the other thing. But I do get why you're hesitant. I think we consider it, but I definitely understand why it's not on the top of your list.
What is on the top of my list though that has been mentioned? I think Grassy Seed Raging Bolt is one of like the best abusers of grassy terrain, and it definitely covers our bases in terms of like a fire resist, something that can switch into Zapdos, something that can switch into Moltres. And I won't necessarily say Grassy Seed is like the best item choice here. However, I think Raging Bolt is super good here.
Yeah, no, I was seeing that, and actually even before you said it, I was writing it down, Raging Bolt. Grassy Seed, yeah. I wasn't exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking a pivot set would be good here, like more along lines of Specs or HDB, because I don't get the sense, like Ogerpon is not... It's not a Pokemon that breaks fast. It needs to... I mean, it can. Like, there are some teams we'll face and we'll just absolutely run over with Ivy Cudgel. Like, a lot of offense teams. Like, some teams, their only grass resist is like a Kingambit, and we're just going to totally curb stomp them, which is great. But a lot of the time, they'll be like a Moltres or a Corviknight, and it's going to take some time. And in those matchups, I'm not sure if we want to have a Grassy Seed Raging Bolt. That seems more like a short-term kind of game Pokemon, because we can really only bring that in once, and then its value is much diminished from that point. Or not much. I guess you can bring it in multiple times, and it's still not bad. I guess we can see what kind of team we end up with. But if we end up with a more, like a slower-paced team, I want a Pivot Raging Bolt.
Yeah, in that sense, like, you could go with Leftovers Raging Bolt to give a Combine set a little bit more longevity and, like, not a one-time nature. But, yeah, right now, I'm between, like, some pivoting, either Specs or AV Bolt set versus, like, Leftovers Combined. And I really want to put Raging Bolt down, but we'll see, like, what Bolt set fits the team best later.
Yeah, that seems fair. And there are two other Pokemon I want to bring to your attention as potential. One is obviously Glowking. I mean, it likes grassy terrain. It's a really solid fairy resist. It's a really good special pivot. It gets in Ogerpon safely to be able to click moves. Not much to say. Future Sight obviously helps both of these Pokemon out.
So that's, I think, Future Sight is huge with both of these.
So Glowking, I think, is just a super strong contender. And another I want to mention, I know it's a little wacky, but Alolan Muck. I actually did an AV Alolan Muck team recently with Extenderilla, and it was so good. Like, I mean, the concept of the team was like a pressure Curem paired with like Lunar Dance or like Subtech DD Icicle Spear. So it was pretty cheesy. But the Alolan Muck itself, plus with the grassy terrain, was really, really good and actually really consistent. So that is kind of cool, and it does do pretty well against the birds. Like, it doesn't love getting burned by... Well, that's not really true, because it doesn't do that well with Moltres. It deals really well with Zapdos, and it is an incredible special wall. Like, you put AV on that, and of course it switches in really well to Petrarunt. It spreads knockoff really well. We don't... Maybe if we're running a Terra Dark Rillaboom, we might not necessarily want that, but it's a possibility. Oh, and there was one other thing, which is... If we don't want to go the Terra Dark route, Bognor is very fond of a Terra Blast Electric set on Rilla, which is not bad, but truthfully, I think we want to be terraing Ogerpon like 90% of games. So
Yeah.
this Terra Dark on Rilla is really just like if it leads to a direct path to just totally destroy our opponents and sweep. Is basically the only time we're using this.
Definitely, I agree. I think the main Terra Hog should be Ogrepon Teal Mask, and I'm very wary of adding any more Terra Hogs to the team. Stuff like, Garg, stuff like even King Gambit, I would be very hesitant to add right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. Which actually makes me question a little bit Ursaluna, because Ursaluna does enjoy Terra. But I guess normally when Ursaluna, like the Spadef bulk up Luna Terras, it's tearing to sweep. So might be okay. But yeah, that's so probably maybe not a Alolan Muck. Glow King though, I think is solid here. Are there any other Pokemon that just like are screaming to you like, wow, this would be? Oh, there's one more we got to mention, Goldengo. So reason behind Goldengo is pretty simple. Ogerpon and Rillaboom hate Corviknight and Pecharunt. Goldengo can switch in and stop Parting Shot, which is huge, and it keeps rocks up. Ogerpon and Rillaboom, these Pokemon crave Stealth Rock. They need Stealth Rock so badly to do what they want to do. I mean, they need it for the birds. They need it for everything. So having a Goldengo to keep hazards up and also deal with two of the biggest menaces to these Pokemon makes it like almost an auto include. I think it makes a ton of sense here.
Yeah, and like we also like just because we have a Glow King, that doesn't mean we're good against Kyurem. We do need an actual ice resist. And
yeah,
Goldengo makes perfect sense. So I really am hard pressed to find any reason we can't we have to kind of add it.
Yeah, no, Gold seems like, I think that's, if there's anything on this list that's unavoidable, it's Goldengo. As for the set, what do you think the set would be?
The gold set, I'm honestly like a little unsure about, but
yeah,
I think we can figure the gold set out. The thing is, if we are adding Glow King, Raging Bolt, and Goldengo, we have a little bit of a problem in that, like, we need a Ghost and a Dark Resist, but we also need a Ground type.
Yeah.
And we kind of need, like, are we foregoing removal entirely?
So that's the thing. I think we can't, because Ogerpon's pivoting around so much. I mean, I don't think we can afford to not have removal. I feel like we need a spinner. And the other thing is, if we added the Pokemon you just mentioned, we wouldn't have hazards, and we certainly cannot let go of hazards.
Exactly. See, like, defensively, I think a Ting-Lu provides us the Ghost, Dark Resist, and a Ground type, and sets rocks, but we don't have removal, which means that the team, it's not gonna work. So
yeah,
we need some other. We probably need to go back a little bit and reconsider what members can stay.
Yeah, well, I mean, that list we were making is just kind of like what looks good. I think it's good to get down some really solid partners, but we can't, of course, afford to add them all.
I definitely like some of the partners. We can't afford them all.
Yeah, and guys, so here's the thing, right? This list we have here, great ideas. We got great ideas. We know exactly, we see the vision clearly. The problem is, in SVOU, you're like, oh, we need this and this and that, and then you're like, well, there is no way to make this core work. It just can't be supported. It could be that 4 slots is just not enough to make Ogerpon plus Rillaboom work. It could be.
It could be.
We'll find out.
It might not be.
But so something I do want to say that I think is important here, because we think about like the things a team needs, right? Or let me like write this down here. Team needs, because we actually tried a similar team to this before. I think you'll recall with Magnezone. We tried Magnezone plus Ogerpon, and let me tell you guys something. Magnezone is a literal waste of space. Like, we built a 5 Pokemon team around Ogerpon, and it was okay. And that's what gave me hope for this idea, is that we had a Magnezone and it did all right. So anyway, so like what team needs, one thing is priority. Honestly, unless you're running like a full stall, you need priority. Natural speed, is excuse me, is another thing that's really important. And like, you know, without needing to boost stop or anything like that. And, you know, hazards and hazard control and, you know, ground type, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
To make this work, to make a core that's starting with double grass work, I think we've got to make some sacrifices. And the sacrifice I have in mind, one is natural speed. I think we're going to be tearing Ogerpon so often, we might just accept that as our speed and not need another fast poke, like not need a Zama, Pult, Scarf Gold, whatever. We could turn out to need that, but I think that might be something we can let go.
I am of the same mindset here because if we have Teal Mask Ogrepon plus like Rillaboom Grassy Glide plus like Thunderclap Raging Bolt, I think that's good prio enough that I think we should be able to figure it out without like your standard fast mons. Yeah,
and of course Rilla provides priority. Which is I didn't mean to imply it didn't. So yeah, we've got or someone in chat was like, but Rilla has prio. I'm like, no, that's the idea. So the great thing is we can take those two away. So we're basically just left with hazards, hazard control, ground type, and then fulfilling our basic defensive needs. Which I honestly think in that sense, that's what gave me hope, because Rilla and Ogerpon immediately kind of checking the box on priority and speed is kind of huge. We actually might want to take a look at our old Magnezone team for inspiration here. What did we do?
What did we do? What were we cooking?
Let's see.
I need to control F Magnezone.
That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, I found it. So we had...
I see.
Oh, we ended up switching out Darkrai because for a Roaring Moon answer for Weavile. But before we switched it out, I think Darkrai was better. It was Magnezone, Ogerpon, Glamora, Great Tusk, Moltres, and Darkrai. And I feel like Moltres is something we should probably add to the potential like team members list, just because it ends up often fitting so well on grassy type teams. So there's that. I mean, Glamora. What do you think about that?
Why did I say Glamora?
You were really excited about it, I remember.
I forget now. Why? It like makes sense, right?
No, it's definitely not stupid. It gives us a poison type, gives us like a hard hitter, something else that can kind of help make progress.
Like the synergy is definitely good because you're switching into fire and flying types for the grasses. You're absorbing T-spikes, and this hates Ting-Lu, but Ogerpon and Rillaboom love Ting-Lu. So it's like there's definitely good synergy. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, okay, so this team's something to consider. Now, I will say, just because of the ice problem, we couldn't like take this team and just drop a Rillaboom over zone. Like that would not work. But not like Magnezone was really answering any Kyurem in the world anyway, but we can lie to ourselves. But okay, we had Max Spadef Moltres with Roar, so that makes sense. And I think another thing we have to add to the potential team members list is Darkrai. It's like just taking inspiration from our past selves here, like Nasty Plot, Terra Poison Darkrai in terrain with leftovers is just so... Anytime you run Terrain Extender, you've got to consider that.
Yeah, a fat Darkrai set with Nasty Plot is just very, very good. Huh.
Someone in chat said Skeledirge. What do you think? Wait, what'd you say?
I was just saying that leaves us with a lot to consider. I'm just going to answer the Skeledirge question right now. That is a no. Skeledirge is a huge Terra Hog. We don't want more of those.
That is a good point. I forgot about that. Yeah, we must have no Terra Hogs, which kind of hurts Darkrai's eligibility here as well, doesn't it?
I won't say no Terra Hogs, but like, come on, like good Pokemon want to Terra. That's normal. But there are Pokemon that are only good when you can like commit Terra to them.
That's true.
Like I don't mind adding Raging Bolt or Darkrai or stuff like that. Obviously those Pokemon like to Terra, but they don't need to Terra in order to be good. So Ogerpon Teal Mask might need Terra to be good. So we need to save it for them.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then the other thing is, some of these Pokemon, which I'm thinking like Darkrai, gonna walk back my Darkrai hate. Because I guess when it terras, it's normally doing it to win. Like when you terra poison a Darkrai, you're feeling pretty confident, you know? So that's a factor as well. And same thing, like if you terra bug, I don't know, like a Grassy Seed, Raging Bolt, you're not trying to kill a lead. You're going for the win.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got our full potential teammates list is Ursaluna, which would be like a leftovers set. Heatran, or I guess let me add Tinglu in here. Heatran, Raging Bolt, Galarian Slowking, Alolan Muck, Goldengo, Moltres, Darkrai, and Tinglu. Those are kind of what we're considering. Oh, and of course Great Tusk, because it's a Great Tusk, right?
Yeah.
And
There's
I
also...
guess Treads. Are we considering Treads?
I'm considering Treads, yeah. Just because we want some removal. I would honestly be okay with the Cinderace too, if like just Cinderace for removal. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I could get behind just Cinderace. Yeah, it also gives us some speed, which is kind of nice. In case we, it's always nice to have a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah, this is a very offensive team to begin with. However, maybe like not really a point against Cinderace, but a soft point against Cinderace is that we actually don't need our Sticky Webs matchup to be good, because Ogerpon Teal Mask will absolutely destroy almost any Sticky Webs team.
I would not be so confident about that.
As long as we can handle Iron Moth, like everything else is gonna melt in front of a +2, like choice banded Terra Grass Ivy Cudgel. Like you don't understand.
No. I get what you're saying, but I think you're the one that doesn't understand here, because when we Terra to get the speed boost, we lose Defiant, so we can only get those +2 cudgels once.
Yeah, that's fair. But
you think
at
that's
the same time,
I don't know.
you only need it once if you're gonna be killing everything.
But like you go into a sweeper, then you kill it with your big Terra Ivy Cudgel, and then they go Iron Moth, and then you're out, and you don't have it again.
All right. All that means is that we need to pressure Iron Moth a little bit beforehand.
Like force it out? What are we talking about here?
Force it in.
How do we? Yeah, well, sorry, that's what I meant. How do we force in a sweeper? That's not.
We can always like give it an opening and get some chip on it. Like we could let go of Rillaboom to get like a +2 glide on it, for example.
Yeah. No, I could see. Yeah, Rilla, I guess, does kind of bait it out, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it gets the necessary chip.
Yeah.
I'm cooking, Pinka.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Webb's matchup is pretty good. Okay.
Obviously, we need like an Iron Moth answer regardless, but you know.
Yeah. Well, also some guy in chat saying we're just gonna end up with that sample team. I don't think we have a grass spam sample. I'm looking. Yeah, we don't. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like, no, I don't think there's even a team with a Rillaboom or an Ogerpon here. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure where that came from, but that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah. So as far as like hazard control goes, I am leaning more towards using an elephant. I just don't know which one.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Jeez.
Yeah, because we need an elephant, and then we need like 2 Pokemon that are actually good at handling Kyurem to end us off.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so let's think about this list. I think a smart place to start is with the best partner. I feel like Goldengo. We have to add a Goldengo. Because whatever rocker we add, which is either going to be, at this point, the rocker is going to be Tinglu, Tusk, or Treads, likely. Any of those Pokemon are super easy to defog on, and Corviknight is on, let me check how many teams this is on. It's on 12% of teams.
I'm not even that concerned with like blocking defog, but just Goldengo is just defensively a super good partner.
Well, I mean, yeah, that too, but like, here's the problem. If we face a Corviknight's on 12% of teams. I think you're underestimating the threat here. Let me click and see how often these things run defog. Corviknight runs defog 65% of the or 66% of the time, and it's on 12% of teams. So that's like 8% of, I don't know, like my head calcs might be a little off there, but about that. About 8% of teams we run into, we pretty much auto lose if we don't have a Goldengo, because Corviknight can defog forever on Tusk, Treads, Tinglu without problem. And if we don't keep those rocks up, we have no way to deal with, honestly, Corviknight itself.
Yeah. It might be, yeah. So,
the only time we could afford to not run a Goldengo is if our rocker is beating Corviknight. And that pretty much leaves us with two real options, Garg, which we don't want because it's a Terra Hog, and Heatran. Everything else is super easily, or like something like an HDB Hisuian Arcanine, which I don't think we want to do that here.
I don't think we can fit that here.
Yeah,
that's too much heat for one team.
Yeah, so unless we run a Heatran, we need a Goldengo. That's my stance.
Well, don't forget, Stealth Rock, Taunt, Helmet, Landorus also like.
That's true.
Really let go defog.
I did forget about that. There is Landorus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we got. Oh wait, no, hold on. That's SAR. I have no idea what that is. For a second, I thought that was $100. Now I'm like 100 SARs. I have no clue. But either way, whether that's 10 cents or $1 million, thank you very much, Depression Clinical. Oh my. Well, I hope we can help with that. But okay, love watching your streams and VODs after work. Would love to see a Hisuian Zoroark, as it is my favorite Pokemon from the recent generations. Parentheses, I am fully aware it is awful in OU. GL with the stream. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And apparently it's like about $30, which is a really generous donation. Thank you very much. That's amazing. Oh, also guys, remember to like the stream. Let's get the viewers in here.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to see grass spam, right? But yeah, Hisuian Zoroark, honestly, I think we have to try it at some point. I definitely will. I don't know if you want to be there for that. I feel like it's probably not viable, but I want to try it.
Yeah, I think it could be fun. Not viable, but fun. So we'll have to think about that one though. I think that one we're gonna have to simmer on.
Yeah. Okay. So back to the grass spam. Yeah. So I guess I'll say we need Goldengo unless, and like Heatran or Landorus, pretty much. And if we go Landorus, we'd have to go. I don't want to run EQ with a Terrain Extender Rillaboom, so we'd have to go with the special set. Earth Power, maybe Scorching Sands. I'm kind of a fan of Scorching Sands, honestly, because you can like fish for burns on Olo and all sorts of annoying little walls like Tinglu. You can just fish for burns, and it's honestly not that much weaker. So I'm a Scorching Sands fan, but regardless, do we want to go with either one of those Pokemon? I feel like running Taunt Landorus sounds kind of dumb when we have Terrain Extender. Like, I think we want a really grounded team.
Yeah, I feel like with Landorus, you kind of have to run Cinderace, and I'm not sure we can fit both of those. With think if we're gonna have Ogerpon, Rillaboom, Raging Bolt, then finish with like Landorus, Cinderace, Goldengo, I feel like that's just, I don't like that 6 for some reason.
I mean, let's get it down. So let's say if we went Landorus, Cinderace, and as I said, guys, we're probably not going to go this route, but just to get it down, doesn't hurt to get it down. What would be the next two for this? I feel like with the fairy problem being what it is, you either need a Goldengo or a Glowking here.
Oh no, I said 6 Pokemon. So Ogerpon, Rillaboom, Raging Bolt, Lando T, Cinderace, Goldengo.
Okay, so this these
has 6. No Ghost Resist or Dark Resist, which is my issue.
Yeah, this is not workable. No, no Ghost Resist, no Dark Resist. So Now you could.
Therefore, I don't think Lando T can work because you need Cinderace with Lando T to have any removal, and Cinderace I don't think offers enough defensive value here.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So we're probably going to go, and you're still not a fan of the Heatran idea, right?
No, I think I just don't think Heatran as an ice resist is good enough at handling Kyurem.
I mean, Goldengo is not much better.
Goldengo's a little bit better.
Like, marginally. I mean, but yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, I guess Heatran might just be a little too easy to pivot around on. Might be part of the issue. Too easy to flip turn, too easy to parting shot. Goldengo shuts that kind of thing down.
And it doesn't die to an earth power. Like, Goldengo can tank an ice beam plus an earth power. I don't think Heatran can.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
and, like, even if it does, it's not killing back. With gold can make it rain. So it's definitely like very big difference.
Yeah, and some were saying on that last team you could kind of change that and go Ting-Lu over Lando to give that ghost, but then I mean you end up honestly kind of smoked by Great Tusk, which is not really what you want to see. So that's not ideal.
Yeah.
But I guess like you could go like a Shucka Goldengo, and that plus the double grasses and Ting-Lu just being able like Ruination would probably be fine. So I guess we can call that V1. Ogerpon, Rilla, Ting-Lu, Cinderace, Raging Bolt, Gold. That seem fair? We probably won't go with it, but that's a version.
Is that a version? Yeah, it is kind of boned by Tusk, but yeah.
I think Shucka Gold shores it up a slightly well enough, I think.
Okay. I'm willing to put that down as a V1. Sure.
Okay. So there we got a possibility. So if we're totally hard stuck for the next hour, we can play a couple games with this team. So we got that. All right. Other consideration. Now, so that gives us, I think the Lando we can kind of take off the board. I don't think Lando fits. I don't think it works here.
No.
So this is so tough because like I want to add like 10 Pokemon to this team.
I know, right? So do you think Raging Bolt is a necessity?
No.
In that case, why don't we try the next version without it?
Okay. What do you think then is our best? I kind of want to try one with Goldengo Gloking.
Goldengo Gloking?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Let's try that. But then we probably need Moltres to like resist fire and beat Tusk.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say we go Molt, and then that leaves us without a Ghost Resist, which is not great. So this might have to be...
We have one more slot, though.
That's true. But we need ground, so that's got to be Ting-Lu last, and then that gives us no removal.
Oh. Yeah, no, I don't think this is going to work then.
Okay.
This is too fat of it.
So it might be we have to go then... Well, I don't think the fatness is a problem, because as I said, I think these Pokemon need time. I will agree that the lack of removal plus the fatness is what's getting me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, this team just can't afford to be taking its time overall, in my opinion, because we don't have, like, our starting core cannot work with boots right now. We needs to be, like, way stronger. So this just isn't going to be a team that can take its time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's going to need to take its time a little bit because, as I said, grass spam it's not a fast breaking process. Like Moltres is taking 0 from like even in terrain. You guess how much our Adamant, Choice Band, Terra Grass, Ivy Cudgel against a max defense Moltres. Guess how much we're doing?
Hey man, I'm running Rock Tomb, okay?
We're doing 22 to 26.
Yeah.
Okay, but Rock Tomb is doing 82 to 98, which is pretty good.
Good enough.
Does this thing not get Rock Slide?
Ah.
It does not. No. It's only we get Sandstorm. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the rock coverage in Sandstorm. Yeah, so I genuinely think Rock Tomb is a good, really good choice, though.
So
It,
okay,
like,
there's one more approach I want to talk about, which is we could just say like we could go a really more offensive route with this team and just say, okay, yeah, maybe like only one removal Pokemon, like maybe Cinderace or whatever, something like that, and just be like, okay, well if Ogerpon doesn't break, then it doesn't break, and we just kind of use it more like a matchup fish kind of, but with other Pokemon that cover the bad matchups like Ursaluna and Raging Bolt.
so like more of an HO team.
Yeah, well, not necessarily eight. I'd say offense, because it'd still be like we'd still have like a pivot or two, not a pivot or two. We'd have like a pivot, like a tiny kind of fraction of a defensive core, but it'd be on the brink of HO. Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like this kind of team would definitely want like a Steel Beam Iron Treads to like Rapid Spin and set rocks.
I could see that. Well, okay,
Yeah.
but then I feel like Ursaluna fits really well on this kind of team. Because it gives us that ghost answer too. Keep that in mind.
Nah, hear me out. If you go, let's say you go like Steel Beam Iron Treads, let's say you go like Nasty Plot Goldengo, Nasty Plot Darkrai, and then you end off with a Fire Resist. Oh, you could just go Raging Bolt there too.
Yeah. Okay, so this is actually no. I kind of dig this version. Let's see if there's anything. Okay, I will say the
Ice Resist is only gold.
the 4 fire weaknesses, 1 resist is pretty dire. Like if you look at Iron Moth, we are getting smoked by an Iron Moth.
Yeah, absolutely smoked. So,
So I don't think these are the ones. These aren't the 6.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Instead of Raging Bolt, do you think Iron Boulder works?
No. 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 Okay, so not only is that Pokemon like super terrible and just awful in general, but on top of that, we just replaced Raging Bolt, our 1 fire resist, with a Pokemon that actually cannot take on fire types. Like it's
yeah, you can't even switch it into like Cinderace. It's so bad.
No, like we cannot do that.
Okay, see, here's the thing though, with the Iron Treads, Goldengo, Darkrai, Raging Bolt setup, do you really think we're ever gonna fit in multiple resist to our weaknesses?
No, but like, isn't this team just losing to Iron Moth on preview?
I think there are ways we can hedge that matchup.
Okay, so
we don't need to run like the Raging Bolt could be AV, for example. The Darkrai could be AV too, honestly.
that sounds really pretty not good. I mean, like double AV.
I'm not saying double. I'm saying one or the other. Probably Raging Bolt.
An AV Raging Bolt on like an HO team, I just don't know about that. But
Well, if we have Nasty Plot Gold and Nasty Plot Darkrai, do you want 3 setup? I think AV Bolt to hedge the Moth matchup is better than like dying to it.
I mean, yeah, if we go with these 6, it's better.
Yeah.
But this also leaves us, if we don't go Grassy Seed, now we're even in a worse position against just like a run-of-the-mill Cinderace. But I guess we're not that bad against Cinderace in a weird way. Because we have a few things that can outspeed it.
We have... I mean... I wouldn't count on Grassy Seed Raging Bolt beating Cinderace anyway.
That's
I
kind
feel
of true,
like-
I guess.
Yeah, if we're just gonna bring it in, it's gonna U-turn. Like then what?
How much is Cinderace taking from our friend Ogerpon here? Okay,
If everything lines up, it's dead.
no, that's not true.
What do you mean?
Oh, hold on,
Terra
that's
Grass plus
defensive.
Grassy
That's
terrain?
defensive Cinderace. Okay, we're doing 92 to 109, so 56% chance to one shot a 0 defense Cinderace.
Yeah. it's pretty
Power
good.
Whip one shots. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I listen. Think there's no way. I don't think there's any way we work in Power Whip over Ivy Cudgel.
And
Unless you're willing to drop U-turn, which I don't think we do.
we could drop U-turn, but I also want, like, what are we doing to Pecharunt? Like, what's the game? Like, how much is Stomping Tantrum doing?
Why would we run Stomping Tantrum? Fuck that move.
I mean, what are you planning on running for Pecharunt?
I
Just
I
like
was
crying, breaking down in tears? Like, what's...
a lot of them are running max defense. We do have an SD knockoff Rillaboom that does outspeed. That's one thing.
Okay.
But also, I think Goldengo, Darkrai, Treads, Raging Bolt are 4 Pokemon that Pecharunt doesn't like. I think
that is a good point.
As good as it gets.
That is a very good point. Okay, we'll call this V2. I'm worried about Iron Moth, but it is what it is.
Hey, Assault Vest Raging Bolt will eat up Iron Moth for breakfast. Don't you worry about it.
Okay, now I think we've got to make like a non-HO Tusk version now. Or like Tusk or Treads, but like a non-HO one that's not Tinglu.
I don't know, Pinka. Do we have time? It's we're closing in on our hour limit for team building.
That's true. That is true. But like I feel like that's the version that I feel like has a ton of potential. At least, well, because I think that like a Tusk team would give us longevity. Like, okay, let's just see what if we put on a Tusk?
You really want that though?
Yes, because we're running 2 grass types. Like, how fast do you think we can get past a Corviknight? That's not. It's not a quick.
I think we need to. This is why I said run life or Rillaboom. It's because we need to be quick breakers, fast, just like tear shit down. You know?
Okay, well we can try LO Rilla on like. I think the HO. Okay, I'll say we can take a look and see which one. Guy saying Specs Curum destroys this BTW. Not really, because like no, honestly it doesn't. Specs Curum does not do well against really offensive teams. I think you're just being a hater. Like, that's the other thing. I noticed this a lot in chat. People are like, oh, this breaker destroys you, but it's like a very offensive team and we have like a switch in once or twice. You don't have to have like stall level switch ins if your team is a fast paced team. The more offensive your team is, like if you've got a really offensive team like this and you can switch into Curum like once or twice, that's like good. That's good. You're doing well, you know? So yeah, like there are a ton of breakers that obviously like an offensive team can't switch into, but it shouldn't. If you ever build a really like speedy offensive good, you know, power team and it also has like great defensive switch-ins, like congrats, you have solved Pokemon. You have the perfect team. You've done it. Okay, so I want to try one with HDB Tusk. Rapid Spin, Headlong Rush. We probably still have to go Ice Spinner, even though it kind of hurts my soul to kill our terrain like that.
In that sense, like, is it really worth going terrain extender with Ice Spinner? I don't know.
Maybe not. But let's just we can leave Rilla set for later. We've got a Tusk. What's the plan next?
I
think gold. We need gold.
Okay, say you need gold, because I was gonna say ice resist. So all right, yeah. So throw on gold, sure.
Okay, so Tusk gold, because I think, as I said, with the whole Corviknight removal situation, you need gold.
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, and yeah, we've got gold on the teams that need. Okay, I was gonna say, because if we didn't have gold on either of those versions, we forgot about that. But we're good.
I'm pretty sure we have gold on every other team, so it's fine.
I feel like this is the version where Moltres is kind of calling to me.
Like a Spadef Moltres, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, this.
I agree.
If we go Spadef Molt, what's the last team member then? We're super weak to Raging Bolt right now, by the way.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Is there a way we could go like Glow King over Molt? But I feel like we tried that before and it ended up like not working, right? It was like impossible because of dark types or something.
That's not gonna work, one, because yeah, dark types. A Spadef Molt would be like our soft Darkrai check in this scenario because we're super weak to Darkrai as well.
Yeah, that's true. But
So
if we
a
added,
Gloaking would work.
sorry, I was gonna say if we added Gloaking over Molt, it gives us a Spadef wall that makes us better against Curem and Raging Bolt, and we could have something that's really good against Darkrai in the last slot, couldn't we?
Okay, what if you went like Gloaking Zama?
I think that's too weak to ghosts.
It's also not a fire resist.
Oh,
Yeah.
that fire types. That was what had us cooked, wasn't it?
That's why. Yeah.
I was feel like
didn't
I was
think
like, there's something I'm
about that.
forgetting here. Now it adds
Now,
up. But
the thing
okay,
is,
we could go.
if
Sorry,
you
go for it.
if you have Roar Moltres to like take away Moth's booster, you still need something to outspeed an Oko Moth without a booster, which none of
Yeah.
the team does,
That's true.
which the last mon should do.
I will say, if we go with the Glow-King version, I think we could go Raging Bolt last. As
Saying
like an AV
Gloaking,
Bolt.
Raging Bolt.
Yeah, Slowking, like Tusk, Gold, Slowking, Raging Bolt is the last.
That gives us no ghost resist, but maybe it could be okay.
I think we'll call that V4, because this next one we're going to make is V2, the Moltres one. I think that seems, unless I'm forgetting something. I mean, it's actually, no, I feel like that might be too weak to Great Tusk. But, well, we could go like Helmet Tusk on this to trade with other Great Tusk. That could be kind of okay.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know.
It might be
of all the versions, I like this one the least.
But we can go Shaka. We can go Shaka. But it has a Glow-King. I think that deserves some respect.
Eh.
Oh, some
I
recommendation for regular Slowking. What do we think about that? It doesn't really help with our... Yeah, I mean, it helps with fires. But does it really? It helps with Moth, but that's about it. It's not really helping with Ceruledge or Cinderace.
Yeah, it only helps with Moth, which is not bad, because we are losing to Moth in a lot of these versions.
So what do you think? Do we have a version where we go Tusk, Glow-King, Slowking, Kanto? What's the last if we do that?
Well,
we could
can't
go
run
like a
both.
Fizz-Def Glow-King here to help with Cinder.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is Cinderace really that much of an issue?
I mean, I think its usage is crazy high these days. Yeah, it's at like almost
yeah.
12. It's a 12% usage. That's pretty wild.
That's a lot. Huh. Well, I don't know. I just feel like the whole team being slower than Kyurem just kind of sucks ass.
Well, we got Ogerpon.
Except for Ogerpon.
We're gonna tear that guy every time. But no, but like I'm saying, if we go Slowking, what's our last? Because we could go, Tusk, Gold, Slowking. Last, I think, has to be a Dark type.
Well, it has to be a Dark type, but it also has to be something that doesn't get us boned by Raging Bolt.
Okay, let's see if there's anything that fits that description.
Tinglu.
Yeah, but like, not Tinglu's not
Exactly, right? That's not
it's
what
not,
I want.
not
But
what we want.
I know.
Okay, how
That's
about
why I
like
don't
okay, no, but like, what about like a CB Weavile or something? That's kind of. But it can't really switch in, can it?
It can't, but I mean, I kind of see the appeal.
All right, we'll have a CB Weavile there. We'll call this V5. But I agree, this is not the one I'm thrilled about. But okay, let's continue with our V3. So we've got the Moltres. We've got one slot left. We have Ogerpon, Rilla, Tusk, Gold, Moltres. What is the last?
Great Tusk, Gold, Moltres.
Yeah. Spadaf Molt. I think the big thing we have to answer in the last slot is Raging Bolt. I don't think there are any other huge threats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
See, the problem
and
is,
Iron Moth.
That's the problem, right? See, you want to answer a Raging Bolt. You want to answer Iron Moth. You want a Ghost Resist. you know where this is going.
It's going to Ting-Lu, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we don't really
Yeah.
want to run a Ting-Lu, do we?
No, we don't.
Not really. No.
Yeah, but that's ain't easy. It ain't easy.
That's for sure. But surely there's just like something else that can deal with Raging Bolt and Iron Moth. Like surely it can't be all. Because I don't think we really. I feel like Molt is fine for ghosts. Like there are 2 real ghost types. Like we're fine.
Yeah, those 2 Pokemon are pretty good.
So okay, I immediately pull up like highest SpDef stats and I see Regice, Florges, and like okay.
What are you doing with this? Don't look at that.
Okay, I'm now sorting by SpDef and OU. So we're
realistically, the way out here is finding the right Assault Vest Pokemon.
oh Glowking. How about a Glowking?
You think AV Glowking?
Why not?
Like Tusk, Gold, Moltres, AV Glowking. I suppose it's.
Oh, AV Muck. That's also an option.
Oh,
Or-
you know
oh,
what?
Okie dokie.
Actually,
What?
no,
I'm
no,
thinking
okay,
Okie
no.
Dokie.
Fuck Okie dokie. AV Muck might actually be what we need here. Because we needed that Ghost Resist. And we needed, the special tank. Okay. They might be cooking with this one. AV Hoopa is a thing, but it's not a Ghost Resist. And it's, actually a really bad Dragapult switch-in, so I don't want that either.
So, okay, here's the issue with Muck. It actually doesn't deal with Iron Moth.
I mean, surely it has some move to do that.
I don't think it has a single move to actually touch. I mean, we have Rock Slide. I don't think we want to do that.
Nah. Let's take another look at this move. Okay, let's take another look. All right.
It actually, okay, Stone Edge. It has Stone Edge.
Stone Edge is an option that we might need to resort to. Oh, Pinka.
What?
It has Dig.
There's no way I'm running Dig.
Realistically, I would sooner run Rock Tomb, but yeah.
Does it get Rock Tomb? Oh, it does. Okay. I mean, that's I get. I mean, but Alolan Muck wants it. Absolutely must run Knockoff. It must run Drain Punch, or I guess it doesn't need to. It needs to run Knockoff P-Jab. Those are the 2 requirements. But I feel like not running Ice Punch is such an L with Gliscor being in the tier. And if we go Rock Tomb last, we can't hit Kingambit. Is that? I guess we have a Moltres though.
The move I would drop is definitely Drain Punch.
Okay, so we go Rock Tomb. Does that 2-shot Moltres in grassy terrain?
Moltres? You mean Iron Moth?
Or no, yeah, Iron Moth.
It's a very good question.
I kind of doubt it does. No, not even close. We're not even.
Okay,
we're not
how much
necessarily even
attacking
guaranteed to
weapons is that?
3-shot with that.
Hold on. I need the amount of investment I have.
Okay, no, it is guaranteed to 3-shot. All right.
I usually, with the Alolan Muck, I usually run 40 attack Adamant. That ensures knockoff actually kills Pult, and you can 2 KO Darkrai with 1 round of poison damage.
We're still not
see.
killing Moth with 2. I mean, I guess 2 puts it into glide range, but
Okay, fine. How much? Oh, dude. Adamant Nature, Alolan Muck with 40 attack EVs with Stone Edge. That does 71 to Iron Moth. We're chilling.
I mean, if we go Stone Edge, but then we're running Stone Edge.
It's okay. Just run Stone Edge. It's fine.
Okay. So okay,
knock off into Stone Edge is guaranteed killing Moth. That's what we need.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I will say, I think Okie Dokie, because it gets high horsepower. High horsepower Okie Dokie or potentially Glowking over Muck, I think ought to be considered, but we'll keep Muck for now.
Okay, but do you consider that we might want a Ghost Resist?
Okay, not really though, because like an AV Glowking, or okay, an AV Okidogi could definitely like get the job done.
No, I don't think AV Okidogi is getting the job done against Ghost types. I'm sorry. I think it's listening to Ghost
Maybe
types.
Glowking, but Ghosts become a problem. Okay, we're gonna take a vote now on which one they want to see us develop and play.
Wait. So, what was we had Rillaboom, Ogerpon, Great Tusk, Goldengo, Moltres, Alolan Muck. Is that it?
Yeah, that's right. So the four other than because we have the same two. It's Tusk, Gold, Molt, Muck.
Oh man. Listen, Pinka, even if we vote on these versions, I feel like we're gonna try multiple anyway.
Yeah, well, we might honestly. I don't think we'll have time, but let's just okay. So
Oh, that's true.
I think V5 is the worst, and I don't think we can create a poll with that many options. So I'm gonna leave out V5, and we're just gonna go from V1
No,
to 4.
realistically, I think the Muck, the Darkrai, and the Cinderace versions are the only ones that should count.
Yeah, that's fair. V1, 2, and 3. Let's do a vote on that.
Yeah. So, in the poll option, do you want to include all like the 4 Pokemon after?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea to type that out, isn't it? Okay, so tell me, what's V1 again? Or actually, I've got that on my screen. Why am I asking you?
Yeah. So V1 is Bolt.
Oh, we can't. Never mind. We can't type it out. It doesn't have that many. I'm just gonna keep it on the screen so people can see it.
Okay.
I'll even zoom in.
So, all of them have Goldengo, so I mean, you only need to mention 3 Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah, it's still like you get like 40 characters or something. It's not much. We couldn't do it.
Oh, really? V1 Bolt Ace Lou. V2 Treads Rival.
I guess, but they it's on the screen.
Tusk
They know
Bolt
it.
Muck.
They know it fine.
Yeah, you can fit it. Come on, Pinka. All right, fine.
Okay, it seems like it's not gonna matter anyway. Everyone wants to see Muck. We want Muck. Yeah, it's at like 70. Are you seeing? You're seeing the votes roll in, right?
God damn it. I personally think V2 with the Darkrai. Come on, guys. We want Muck. Oh, god damn it.
The people want Muck.
Fuck.
I mean, if you want,
Okay.
if you think that version's better, let's do what you think is better. Like the polls,
Listen.
this is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship, and we are the dictators. We can pick.
No. Listen, let's go with the Muck first. Once we lose a few games, then we can, it'll be easier to shift our direction over to something.
I don't know if we will lose a few games. This team's looking kind of hype, but okay, let's make some decisions. We got to make set decisions. People they really just wanted to see Muck, didn't they?
Yep. Okay, so I think Rocky Helmet on Great Tusk is super, super good.
I mean, why is that?
If we could get like a potential like strong U-turn on Ogrepon into Helmet on Great Tusk, we could like foil like a Hisuian Samurott doing anything. That's nice.
That is kind of cool, but at the same time, this team is really quite weak to hazards. Muck hates hazards. Molt, when it gets knocked, hates hazards. Everything else is grounded, and we're probably going to have zero boots. I feel like we really want boots on this Tusk to be good at removing.
Okay, that's fair. Let's do it.
And, okay, here's the other question. Do we run Ice Spinner on this, or do we run Knockoff to further ensure that we can actually remove hazards?
If we don't run Ice Spinner, what are we doing against Gliscor?
Yeah, it's a great point. Okay, Ice Spinner it is. Well, okay, though, but we do have Goldengo in with grassy terrain, which is like pretty much as good as it gets against Gliscor.
Yeah, but like, how about doing damage to it like immediately?
I mean, we can put specs on gold. I don't know. But yeah, no, I get what you mean. But like Ogerpon and Rilla, kind of okay. Let me just make some V3 notes here. So,
Yeah.
okay, let's just say maybe Helmet Tusk, but we'll keep. I think Ice Spinner Boots for now is a fine compromise. Do we just go max attack on this? That seemed good.
I think Yeah, I think that's. Well, I feel like there's some Tusk spreads I have somewhere, but like, yeah, it's fine to just.
We'll just I think it'll be fine. It's not
Oh.
going to change anything
Oh
huge.
yeah, yeah. No, I have like 104 HP, 12 SPDF to live a Dragon Pulse from booster energy. That's about it.
Okay, sure. We can do that.
From
And
like
then
bulk.
140 attack, max speed.
Yeah, 140 attack.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we go Terra Ice so we can spin on Sinistra. But we have gold to block Strength Sap anyway, don't we?
We sure do.
So maybe we don't need to go Terra Ice. Maybe we can go like.
No,
Something.
I actually kind of like Terra Ice. That helps with Kyurem as well.
I guess that's true. Okay. Gold set. What are we doing here?
The gold set is actually a really interesting question here because we could go Grassy Seed, we could go Choice Specs, we could go even like Leftovers. I don't know.
I kind of like Grassy Seed. I feel like it's even though this is kind of more of a slow paced team, I feel like once you lose Seed, you're still like you're still okay. I will say I'm a little worried about Zamazenta, so I'm considering Cloak Goldango here. We also actually no, we probably go. Well, we've got Rilla for Garg, so maybe it's not that big of a problem. But what do you think about Cloak here?
I'm not super worried about Garg at all. I would much rather go Grassy Seed than.
I mean, I'm just like, what are we doing if we see an Iron Defense Zamazenta? That's my fear.
Do we not have a Moltres on this version?
We do. They run Terra Fire like 1,000,000% of the time. Are we going Roar on this? I feel like we probably do.
On Moltres?
Yeah. So we go Roost, Flamethrower, U-turn. We must run pivoting on this Moltres because we don't have any other real way of getting Ogerpon in.
I agree with U-turn Moltres. I probably just Flamethrower, U-turn Roar. To be honest, that sounds fine.
Yeah.
But no, you have a good point with the Terra Fire Zama problem. I just think that still doesn't necessarily beat a defensive gold.
Okay, well we are going defensive though then.
I mean, we're definitely running a good amount of bulk, yeah.
Okay, well so I think here's another question. Are we going Fizdef or Spadaf on Moltres? Or Mixed Def? Because we've got a physical wall in Tusk and a special wall in AV Muck, so it's like kind of a toss-up.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Tusk is a physical wall with the amount of investment we're putting into it, so I would like to go Fizdef Moltres.
Okay, that's fair. Muck, are we going this Adamant thing, or do you want to just go Max Spadaf?
Yeah. I have 40 attack EVs, Adamant Nature, just max bulk from there.
Okay, I'll trust you on this.
Yeah. So,
excuse me.
Actually, like the damage benchmark that 40 EVs Adamant hits is that you Oko Pult with knockoff, and you 2-hit KO Darkrai with Poison Jab plus 1 round of poison damage. But Grassy Terrain kind of fucks with that second damage roll, but it's like, whatever.
Okay, and all right, so let's defensive Moltres then. Sure, we'll go the typical outspeed Kingambit, 12 speed, 248. Yeah, standard stuff. Okay, cool. So we got that down. Let's attack. Gold. So it's just the gold set now.
Yeah. Let me finish putting everything else.
Also, some recommendations for T-Tar. Guys, we do not want a T-Tar on this team. T-Tar is just an awful Pokemon. That's really the problem there. It, like, does it theoretically help with Rage? Well, I mean, it's not going to be good on this team because then we get kind of farmed by Toxic Spikes. Like, I feel like we really need Mach or Okidogi in this last slot, or in my opinion, the best options.
Yeah, no. T-Tar, it's not, no. No.
Yeah, and someone also asked why Moltres over Heatran. Reason for that is pretty simple. It is Tusk. Great Tusk. We don't want to get headlong rushed to death. We just want to have a flying. So, Gold, you want to go Grassy Seed? Is that still the plan?
I think so.
right,
On
let's do it.
Rillaboom, are we going extender on this one?
I think with Muck, I feel like this is a no brainer. This team's extender, in my opinion.
Okay, and this is extender, still Tower Dark SD knockoff, you'd say?
Yeah, that works for me. I mean, we can change
Okay.
it to a pivoting set, but I feel like this is probably the best.
Yeah. How much speed do you want to run on the Rillaboom?
Let's say enough for Raging Bolt. I feel like it's pretty standard. Hit 250, max attack, put the rest
Yeah.
in HP. Gets like 70 or 80 or something like that.
80 HP. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
that seems fine.
All right.
So yeah, Ogrepon, we can talk about the moves on that later. Okay, gold. What? So Nasty Plot, obviously. Nasty Plot recover. Are we going like cheesy, weird, like D-Gleam Shadow Ball stuff? Terra Fairy? Are we doing what's the plan?
I am actually not so opposed to the Fairy Gleam set here.
Mm-hmm. It seems pretty good, doesn't it?
Because we have a Poison Jab, a Alolan Muck to hit fairies, yeah. Okay, I'd say let's try
do
it.
it. Let's
because
do it.
we're definitely gonna run Shadow Ball, Make It Rain, Nasty Plot, Recover, Grassy Seed Gold on other teams without the Muck. So let's try this set here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ooh, EV spread a gold. It's always a mess with this thing. What kind of EVs are you
So
thinking of?
we've got I think 60 speed. We can start with that. Terra Fairy Gold not outspeeding King Gambit is a total throw.
Yep.
So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be beating Zamazenta with this. So I don't like. How much do we want to take from a crunch? How much do we want to take from boosted body presses when we Terra Fairy? These are the tough questions. But also, we're probably not going to. Okay, there's something we got to consider when we put this D-Gleamer on. We are not going to Terra this Goldengo hardly ever. Because Ogerpon.
I mean, no. We might need to Terra this in some maps. I think you gotta stay open to that.
I mean, some, but like it's not going to be a common event. If we're very rarely going to Terra Fairy, does it make sense to run Dazzling Gleam?
That's a good question. No, when you put it that way, yeah. Because we do still want to primarily. Okay, maybe Make It Rain is better.
Sure. Okay.
All right, fine.
So, okay, maybe Dazzling Gleam Gold. I'll put that note there. D-Gleam on Gold
Yeah.
over.
As far as EVs go, I feel comfortable just going like basically max defense.
Max defense. You just want to go like no special attack at all?
Are there damage benchmarks you're thinking of?
No, I don't. No, absolutely not. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm down to just run
Sure.
max.
Okay. I think we might be counting on Muck a bit heavy for the special help there, but we'll see what happens. I guess it is a Muck. I think I might want to go just absolute max fat on Muck. But
actually, hold on. How much investment does Gold need for Make It Rain to like kill Darkrai? Oh no, too much.
it's never
Okay, never mind.
killing. Yeah. I don't think Darkrai dies to like max modest Make It Rain.
I'm sure it matches max mod.
It doesn't. It's 6.3% chance to one shot for modest max.
Okay.
So yeah, we're like super. You always need a Nasty Plot for that. Okay, and now that we're not going, do we want to change Goldengo's Terra type?
No, I still think Fairy's good.
Okay, yeah, no. Like I was thinking for a second like water, but then Raging Bolt.
I mean, we could afford water for sure. Do you want water? I don't hate water.
I think I like Fairy a little bit better because of Zamazenta.
It's not like we have any fairy types, so
Maybe I'm fearing Zama too much, but that one lives in my head rent free. It really does.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Like there's so many teams I'm like, oh, I'm good against Zama, and then here I am getting Iron Defense swept.
Honestly, we're probably gonna get swept by Sama anyway. So listen. For Moltres, like you have 12 speed, right?
Yeah, of course. What do you take me for?
I usually add 64 to Spadef so that it takes 2 sludge waves from speed boosting Iron Moth.
That is a very good move here. Yeah. I'm down. Okay. And what Terra type do we want on Moltres? I'm thinking Ghost.
Okay, I'm down with Ghost. Yeah.
It's just a general good Terra type. It helps with Zama. And yeah, I guess it helps with
We don't need Terra Grass on this team, that's for sure.
that. Yeah, that is well. Never count out Ogerpon, man. I mean, that's
no. You can count out Ogerpon today. Today is fine.
I'm not confident in that. But okay, and what Terra type are we going on Muck? I like ground
I like
on it.
fire.
You like fire? I guess we don't get wisped that way,
Or
which is
wisp.
kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's well,
Are we outspeeding a Raging Bolt and like avoiding Thunderclap damage? No. What's the
no,
point
but
of
we're just like actually no. The reason I put ground is because I'm thinking of that old team. I actually didn't have a ground type.
ground?
It was a really cheesy team, but it worked okay. Okay, so all right, this looks good. Terra Fire.
It's okay.
I mean, part of me wants to run something that can actually resist like Tusk hits, like Bug, but
What are we doing back to Tusk?
Poison
With
Jab me,
Alolan
bro. Come on.
Mud. Poison, yeah, dude, come. No, you come on. We have a Moltres and we have 2 grass types that are faster.
Okay.
No, we're not gonna Terra Plug.
All right. Okay.
If that is our response to Tusk, we have lost the plot somewhere.
No, that's a good point. Okay, I almost had pressure on Molt. Okay, we got Flame Body, Poison Touch. 2 pounds. Dr. Bognor saying, thank you very much for the donation, saying, I say we have chat come up with a nickname for Muck. Fine, you guys can cook on that as we decide the Ogrepon moves. Okay. What are the... Someone says name it Tyranitar. Okay.
Shut up, chat.
What's... Okay, so Ogrepon moves. Ivy Cudgel, Rock Tomb. What are the other moves? What are we doing here?
I am personally thinking of U-turn low kick.
Low kick makes sense. Do we want to go low kick or do we want to go superpower? Because I don't know how much low kick is doing to a Corviknight.
Wait, what is superpower hitting that low kick isn't?
Corviknight.
Are we really hitting Corviknight though?
Well, let's see. I'm finding out.
I think you're going to be pretty disappointed.
Okay, superpower is doing to max defense Corviknight 35 to 41. That's not bad.
That is actually a little better than I thought. I won't lie.
And low kick to Corviknight is doing 23 to 28.
Yeah.
I like superpower
right.
here. Because the other thing about low kick is like we're trying to catch a Kingambit coming in. It's not like superpower's like here for anything else. Right? So
Sorry, you cut out a bit. What was that?
I was gonna say like low kick is only really here for Kingambit, so it's like superpower.
No, it's also for Kyurem.
Oh, that's true, I guess. But in any case, it's not like we're going to be using low kick multiple times, so we might as well go superpower.
Yeah, that's
Like
fair.
I'd
It's
never
kinda
see a
different.
case in which we're clicking low kick over and over. So it's also superpower is a lot better against Scizor, which I like. It's not like maybe the biggest factor in the world, but it could be.
No, that's fair. I'm down.
Okay, so superpower, Ivy Cudgel, Rock Tomb, and you're thinking U-turn last. I guess we have double knock Pokemon, so we really don't want to go knock on.
Knockoff
Yeah.
is over. We don't need 3.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
don't need 3. So okay, okay, we can try U-turn. I'm still thinking the play might actually be Power Whip or like Wood Hammer, but
Really?
I really do. Yeah.
Huh. Oh, okay.
Okay,
I'm not
a
saying you're
lot of
wrong, but yeah, all right.
okay, a lot of people. Okay, the Muck nickname will be misspelled Tyranitar. Tyran TR is the name.
Are you guys kidding?
Okay. Well, this is what our life is now. So, okay. We are beholden to the whims of chat. Okay, we have like half an hour left to play some games, so let's get this going.
Oh man.
I'm going to search.
We definitely need to get games. I'm gonna just like fill out the other versions while we're going though.
Okay, sure. Also, I've started this new thing because I'm so distracted during games by chat, like I'm trying to do too much. I'm putting the phone down to the side of me as I game, so I cannot see chat right now.
Oh boy. He's locking in.
I'm
folks.
locking in. It's over. It's already won. We have Muck and I'm locked in. There's no shot.
Oh boy. I'm shaking with trepidation.
Yeah, we didn't even. Did we forget something? Are we going to be like, oh, like
Wait, we'll find. Don't worry about it. We'll find out.
This team just seemed to come together a little too easily. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, we're fighting Hisui and Arcanine.
This is okay. So hold up. This is actually okay.
This is a terrible matchup. Oh my god.
No, so okay, listen up. It's not as bad as it seems. I recently did a video on breaking cores where I made an Arcanine team just to like show off that Arcanine is like an unwallable breaker if like supported right. But the team, as I said, the point of the video was to show breaking cores. The team itself, not that good. Definitely the worst team in the video. And he says, thank you so much for this team. It's gotten me my highest elo climb. Oh my god.
What a nice guy.
So glad to hear that. But I think this is the worst team in the video, honestly. So, and Grass Spam looks not terrible here. The other thing is, this Arcanine is Choice Band Adamant Terra Rock. So our Tusk is outspeeding it.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
And I did this, I did that purely for the video. Like, you should not run Adamant Arcanine. That loses you so many speed tiers. But anyway, I guess, whatever. My bad building is serving us well. It's an Iron Defense Corviknight. It's my standard Glow King. It's either Ice Beam or Toxic. I can't remember. Standard Tusk. I think it's like a Terra Fire or Ghost King Gambit, and it's a Specs Pult. So,
it's Specs Pult.
Yeah.
I feel like I would feel comfortable leading a Alolan Muck then.
What if just like a Harkonine immediately like destroys us?
There are no good leads, Pinko. But like, okay, Great Tusk. Great Tusk does limit that damage, and we can switch into Muck if it's Pult lead anyway. All right, fine. Yeah.
But then like the U-turn into Harkonine, like we're putting another.
Okay, we're going to be fucked either way. We have to predict right now. Just send it, Pinko. Just lead Tusk and go.
I'm leading Muck. Okay, it works.
Oh, crazy.
And we're gonna click knock off right off the bat. If we can knock off a Corviknight here, that would be really good.
I don't even know if that'd be good, but like.
Okay, we knock Arcanine. Cool. That is good. That is solid. Do we get the poison too? No, but that's still fine. We go Tusk here every time.
Absolutely.
And do we? I honestly think I click Headlong here. I feel like it might stay in. And if Corviknight comes in, then I just.
What? Why would you do that?
Well, now because now we can just rock. We can just rock.
Okay.
There you go. And look, it worked perfectly.
Okay. They decided to outplay themselves in this case. It's fine. So do you want to switch Moltres now?
No, I'm clicking Headlong. Right, what are you talking about?
That's all right. Fine.
Okay. We could go Molt here. I think that's fine.
You think you gotta.
Okay, awesome. We get to even fish once. I'm gonna click Flamethrower here, because I really like the damage.
I U-turned every single time.
Okay, I mean, but like I don't really mind. I mean, the burn is honestly nice, so we're honestly in a completely fine position. We can U-turn here. I'm gonna go into Muck, I think.
Going to Muck for sure.
Actually, okay. Alternatively, we could go Gold here.
Yeah, but like then we're just letting Gambit in for free.
That's true. Sure, I guess we can go Muck.
Like
they Ice Beam. That's Ice Beam. There is an insane play. I don't know why you do that when I have an Alolan Muck, but okay. Okay, we knock Corv's Helmet. That's great.
Yeah, that's solid.
I feel like we go hard Molt on this, and then we U-turn because I think it's gonna roost here, and Gold can't do as much. So yeah, we can do this, and if it stays in, we can bring in Gold. But okay.
Every single time. All right. What say you to Rillaboom here and Sword Stance?
I don't love that because we're just going to get walled by Corviknight, especially now that we knocked it. I'm thinking we go Ogerpon here and U-turn and start chipping the Corv that way.
Okay.
This is how we do it. This is the plan in action.
Uh-huh.
And let's go Molt and we U-turn again.
Sure. All right.
I think we do it again.
At some point, it's okay.
I honestly don't think we don't even really have to stop. I don't see a problem with this plan.
Go to Muck, I'd say here.
Yeah, Muck looks fine. Okay, and
All
then
right, nice.
here I'm gonna go Molt again.
Hard swap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
that's totally
okay.
fine. I think we flamethrower here.
That's a good flame. Nice. Now we can U-turn.
I mean, we're gonna get spun on. Do we not want to go into our own Tusk and like? Actually, does U-turn even kill Tusk here?
Yeah, it does.
It does. That's kind of. I kind of hoped it wouldn't, but because I don't
Let
really
him.
want to be in a bad hazard situation.
We can get him up. We can get rocks up anytime. Just like on
All right.
anything.
All right.
I would say.
I like. Well,
I kind of like gold here.
I mean, that's gonna bring in the Gambit, which I guess lets in our Tusk. Is that the plan? Like.
Yeah, or a Moltres. I think gold, as long as we're not giving. Well, I don't know actually.
I think we
Maybe
go. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I like Rilla here, because grassy
Get the
terrain
point up.
just gives us some good stuff,
Yeah.
and it's not like as easy to deal with as some of our other options.
Man, this Rillaboom set should be helping us break birds, but it's not doing jack shit.
Well,
don't like
it's
that.
it's had one game, but let's not be too hard on
like-
our guy here.
I
Okay.
just wish we had the. I feel like this set with Muck doesn't go well.
Maybe not. Yeah, because the knock it's not a great combo. Let's go Molt here. We can just fish. I think that's totally fine.
Sure.
Okay, we don't. This guy just has no problem not getting burned. I think we can go Tusk. Does Tusk live a Flare Blitz?
It does. We knocked off the band. Oh, E-speed though? No, we'll die.
Yeah. So okay. So then what's the plan here?
You could stand and roost if you're really about it, but that's a.
It's a pretty bold play. I don't think we want to give up Moltres at all.
Yeah.
We don't want to give up Muck either, though. Can Gold come in and actually like survive a?
It'll die to Flare Blitz, yeah.
This is also Calc Dex is completely failing me. It's saying my team is totally empty of EVs. Like it's just Calc Dex has crapped its pants.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I would stand and roost personally, and then switch to Tusk afterwards.
If we're gonna stay in on a blitz, we U-turn here for sure.
Okay, fine. Stand and U-turn.
I feel like we're gonna lose
what
to
I-
Gambit though if we lose this Moltres.
You're right, but you could give up something. You could give up Muck. It's at half.
But then like Pult just becomes such an issue.
It does, but you know that's how the team goes sometimes.
I guess. Is that the only option we have?
Probably, unless you want a hard U-turn here and risk Moltres.
Yeah, let's think about this.
I mean,
'cause-
Listen, I think Muck is like it's at half. I don't think it's gonna do much. It's fine.
Alright, let's let go of Muck. There we go. Blitz
Yeah.
comes out. I think we immediately rock up.
I like rock up. Yeah. Don't spin here.
I'm not spinning here. Don't worry. A Dragapult's gonna come in here and get a kill. Oh wow. Okay, staying in is kind of wild, but all right. I actually do not think extreme speed kills us.
No, extreme speed is.
It is
has a
killing.
chance
Never
to
mind.
kill.
I think we go gold because it's going to E-speed for sure if it stays in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Now, what do we do here, though? Do you want to Terra and try and like do something?
Terra Fairy nasty plot here.
It's not terrible.
It's definitely not. How much is Head Smash doing though? I wish Calc was like telling me what my EVs were. That'd be super helpful. Do you have Calc
Head
Dex
Smash?
open? Can you tell me how much we're taking?
Yeah. It's doing like 34.2 to 40.5. That's
Okay.
not bad though. 'cause
I think
with the
we
recoil
Terra
and the
Fairy plot
mischance-
then. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, now we just gotta click recover at least once.
I think we nasty plot.
Actually,
Oh, you're right.
No.
Okay, we probably could have, but
I would. I would plot again here.
Oh, for sure I am. Yeah. Because we gotta be ready for the King Gambit is the thing.
Gambit.
And it only has 8 head smashes, so we can very feasibly stall these out.
For sure. Recover again.
How much are
Oh,
we
I
doing to
forgot about-
Gambit with, like, Make It Rain?
Oh shit, that's right.
Okay, so that's not good. We have to attack this thing here. Shadow Ball? Will that kill?
Honestly, do you need to attack?
No, actually, because it only has...
5.
Okay, sick.
can
I
wait for a
think, do we
minute.
attack
Yeah.
here, though? Or do we keep recover
No.
stalling?
Plot again.
Plot? We died to 2, bro.
We need one more plot for King Gambit, though.
Head Smash is Head Smash not 2 KOing? Was that 50.9 like a really high roll?
It has a 41% chance to 2 a KO. No way he does it.
All right. Okay, you were
What'd I tell
right.
ya?
You were right.
With the missed chances, like everything.
How much
No.
is a Specs Pult Shadow Ball doing?
It's doing enough.
Enough to kill us
47.55.
after a Flare Blitz, though, because we can recover a few more times and stall out Head Smashes.
Ooh, I don't think it'll kill after a Flare Blitz. There's a
Okay.
chance it doesn't.
Well, then I'm
So
going to
I would-
recover here.
Ooh, he chokes.
Switches into
Nice!
broken. Okay, yeah, we Shadow Ball this.
We Shadow Balled it. I think we win. I think he just threw it.
I think that was a poor choice, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Oh,
is...
what are you
buddy?
doing?
What are you doing?
Buddy, what are we doing here? Oh, he's short-circuiting. Oh, no.
Okay, I'm going to recover on the Head Smash, I think. I think the plan is the same.
Absolutely, yeah. You can afford to waste all your recovers here.
Yeah.
But you won't need to. Waste just enough to burn out the head smashes.
Okay, we got
Oh,
burned. Well, I think
now I'd say we have to attack.
Yeah, let's just Shadow Ball. It'll do this. Okay, we sack to Pulse, Shadow Ball, and then what's the plan from there?
Yeah.
What's the plan after that, though? Like,
I would definitely say after this Shadow Ball, we have to go Rillaboom.
and
get some-
then...
We need to get some chip damage on this.
Okay, no,
for
I know exactly what we have to do. We go Rillaboom here. We knock off. Okay, good play by our opponent. I think, what is it, like hard Moltres here?
Yeah.
Or do we-
No, I like hard
I mean, how
yeah.
much is Sucker? I'm my Calc Dex is still telling me nothing. Does Sucker kill here? It's like,
we do die to Sucker, yeah. So
Okay,
I would
so we
honestly
roost.
I think I would roar here.
you'd roar.
Yeah.
We can roost and fish for Kowtow burn, though.
But Kowtow can also kill.
Not if we roost.
What do you mean not if we roost?
If we roost
No, it
here,
does- It does 93.9 to 110.7.
really?
Calc. This is fallen 4.
We're defensive Moltres.
I don't think King Gambit cares, Pinka.
I don't believe this Calc one bit. I'm checking this.
Yeah, you have 90 seconds to check. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's honestly plenty of time. 248, 184.
Yep. And King Gambit, Max Adamant, +2, fallen 4.
But you never Sucker Punch a Moltres.
Yeah.
So they're just going to attack as we roar and we die. Like, so what's the game plan there?
That's true. Okay. All right, fine.
I'm gonna have throw.
Flamethrower. Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay.
No, that was true. We do die to Kowtow. But yeah, you're right. Flamethrower is better. We have to.
Yeah.
We have to Ogerpon.
No. Ogrepon just dies immediately. That's not the move. We go Rilla, and I think they're going to Kowtow here, thinking we can't kill, and I'm gonna Woodhammer. Nope, they just didn't. They did not do that at all. Okay, I think that's good game.
I think so.
GG. That was unfortunate. I feel like, okay, but at the same time, Arcanine Hisui is like kind of not a real Pokemon. Agreed. Yeah, like I feel like we just got fried that game because did you not deserve to win that? Like that seemed, I don't think there was any really bad RNG. Yeah, I mean, our team might be a little Pult weak, I think is probably the lesson there. But, like...
I guess.
I mean, what's the...
No,
like, I feel like
it
we
was
played that
kind
pretty
of-
well. Like, what happened?
It was kind of just Moltres not beating King Gambit. That's all it really came down to.
I guess. Yeah, maybe... I guess the... Yeah, no, King Gambit really was the menace at the end of the day, wasn't it?
Oh, you already got another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Webs. It's Webs time.
It's time. I'm telling you, it's time. So here's what we're gonna do, Pinka. I'd say we lead Rillaboom, and we SD to force damage on the Moth.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I'm down. Okay, wow,
Oh.
they gave it to us right away. Okay, are we gonna go... I guess Muck right away, right? This is...
I think you need to go Monk, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, no boost. Awesome. That took 0.
Nice.
We love that. Okay, and it's gone. There's no more...
Ooh,
oh, but it's still alive is the thing. The Iron Moth is still alive.
That's fine. That's fine.
But,
You go
yeah, but I
Rillaboom
guess
here.
no booster
You
speed.
can still go... Yeah, no booster special. I'd say
Yeah.
you still go Rillaboom here, and then you Swords Dance, and you still, like, force damage on that way.
I mean, I guess. All right. Well, you think like SD into Woodhammer, or like what's the plan?
Yeah, Glide should be enough. After an SD.
But you don't think there's a switch? You don't think there's any desire to preserve the Araquanid?
They might. If not, if they do, then yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
what I
just
thought.
want to glide here? You don't want to Woodhammer? Catch a molt? Okay. All right. Let's do it.
No, just Glide.
Okay. I guess it worked out.
Yeah. Let them go to Moth
And
here.
We're gonna go.
and
Yeah.
Let them take.
Back into
yeah.
Muck.
Wait. Why didn't you Glide?
You wanted that? That's not going to bring us into Ogrepon kill range. Not even close.
course
What
it
are you
would.
talking about?
If after Terra Grass and Defiant?
Oh, I forgot about. I was thinking. Okay. No, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
what
That's
we're
true.
supposed to do
Well,
was
we can
glide.
just
Oh,
we can
thank
set
God.
rocks. It's not going to be a problem. We can set
Okay,
rocks, and there you go.
fine,
See,
fine.
look, they're
Oh,
letting
okay,
it take
fine.
damage anyway.
All right, there we go.
There we go.
Fine,
See,
fine.
no problem. No problem. I knew
All right,
exactly
all
what I
right,
was
they
doing. I
decided
knew
to-
exactly what I was doing. Okay.
Just jab.
Yeah, we're just gonna let the Muck go. Okay.
Yeah.
Great Tusk. Well, this Great Tusk is EV'd to live, isn't it?
It'll always live one booster Dragon Pulse, yes. But
So-
not after a -1 from Headlong Rush.
Do we want to do that here though, or is there a better play?
I don't see another play.
So do we go into Tusk and just like immediately Headlong, or
I would say go into Tuscan Ice Spinner.
Ice Spinner into Headlong? I guess that makes more sense. Yeah.
Or you could even get rocks. But yeah, Ice Spinner's fine here. Yeah, we always live.
Okay, now I think
hold
we
on.
rock because then we can go Ogerpon and do the thing, right?
Yeah, I think let's see, against King Gambit with Terra Grass. It doesn't guaranteed kill King
But
Gambit.
we're already gonna get outsped by Ival, and that's gonna be a thing anyway. So
No, I'm pretty sure this is booster modest.
we
but
still
it's
we're
still
adamant,
fast,
so we still don't outspeed.
Yeah. Okay. In
I
that
think-
case, yeah, I just had Long Rush.
You don't think we rock here?
I don't think Rocks is that important because this Ogrepon's not going to sweep anyway.
I'm trying to think about the value of that chip later, though.
I think it's pretty valuable. It puts it into glide range.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, I think you're right. Headlong is Headlong. Okay, wow. Immediate hard gold balloon gold, which seems kind of unnecessary there, but I guess you do
pretty-
you.
That's pretty baller. Do you wanna? Is popping the balloon even important here? I don't think so.
Not really. We could go Molt and U-turn, but then we probably are setting ourselves up to lose to Gambit. We could go hard
Yeah, we
Rilla.
can't do that.
We could go hard Rilla and then do our Grassy, like our Terra Grass thing.
Why are you why are you trying to keep this?
Trying to keep Tusk for Raging Bolt, pretty much. But I guess it's
I don't think we can afford to keep Tusk.
so you just want to rock here, like let it go.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
I-
what's
like,
what's next then?
obviously-
Like, what do we go into after?
We have to go into Rillaboom after.
All right.
Yeah, I think.
Do you think we
need
just
to
like
go into-
knock or what?
Yeah, I would say knock. Yeah.
We do? Are we Terra Darking? No, right?
Actually, no.
We
You
could
might just have
switch
to glide,
Ogerpon
actually.
here.
Hold on. No, I think you die to make it rain, though, from
Oh, we
here.
do. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, so I think you need to glide.
All right.
Because if you glide, then you'll put it into range of Ogerpon Terra Grass destruction.
And here
Alright.
I think we just knock off here.
Yeah, just knock off here and just let Rillaboom go.
Okay.
Okay.
And now it's time.
Yeah, now it's time to hit the funny button. I think we could still manage here.
Yeah. This I don't think lives. Okay,
No, this
Sucker's
should
fine,
live.
but like you're dying, I think. Yeah, there we go.
No. Wait, this dies?
Yes, sirree.
I'm pretty sure that's a chance to die.
The calc was telling me it's definitely dying. Like max HP, it's a roll, but oh, this doesn't kill us either. So
Thunderclap doesn't kill, yeah.
yeah.
Goodbye. Okay. And then Iron Valiant, we're gonna not have a problem with.
Well,
Like, it's gonna...
I don't know about that, but we go gold and make it rain. We don't die to a Shadow Ball, surely.
Shadow Ball should not kill us, no.
Unless there's like a critical
though
hit or
it's-
something.
It's booster modest, but there's no way it won a KOs. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
All right.
GG. All right, so we got to have our funny
Okay.
Ogrepon moment. I will say,
There it is.
a problem I'm consistently noticing with this team is I feel like we're putting the weight of the world on Muck's shoulders, and it's not really... So let's make some notes here. I think Muck is doing too much. I think it needs to wall special walls for a longer game than it can. Goldengo has not been great. Like it hasn't been, it's been a sweeper that's not really set up that well to sweep. And Rillaset has been also disappointing.
I agree with that as well. Hold on though. I'm cooking the more HO version.
Mhm.
I think that could work.
You think we should just switch to the HO one, try that for a little bit?
Yeah.
I feel like
that
this-
version, I must warn you, that's gonna have Life Orb Rillaboom though.
Okay, that's fine. Just yeah, send me what you got.
All right, let me actually. I still need a little bit of time to put stuff in. You can interact with chat for a minute.
Yeah, okay, so chat. So people saying like Muck can take it. Muck, we're putting the weight of the world on Muck's shoulders, but Muck can take it.
Fucking take it.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I will say I'm worried on this team about. I feel like I might want to go HP invested Tusk on this team. So changes,
Like,
possible
a lot more?
changes. I could see. Yeah, so I could see HP like Fat Tusk being good here.
Yeah.
Like still speedy but max HP. I feel like the gold set has to change. It's just not doing well. Like it really just isn't. I could see Scarf being good. Like Scarf Trick also gives us like kind of a fake King Gambit answer, which is sort of nice. I
don't know.
see
I feel like it
Specs
has
being
to be
good.
some. Maybe Specs, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe Specs.
maybe Specs. Like the Metal Coat Make It Rain is pretty fun too. Metal Coat, perhaps.
Ooh, I'm a huge fan of that.
I've been
set,
loving
yeah.
that set. I've been using it lately. I've been spamming it. It's so good. Just obliterates Blissey. You're like, catch these coins, you know? It's, it feels
it's
great.
Fun. It's a fun one for sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me send you the paste.
So
Oh,
I could
sorry.
see, I feel like there are changes that could make this team great. I think it's the longer term, like more balanced version. And I feel like it really does have potential.
I just don't think
But-
we can afford a long game with this. Yeah.
I think we
right,
can.
I'm
I
gonna-
think this team has potential. We just got to make a couple changes. But yeah, let's try the more offensive version. When are you sending this? Did you already send it? No, you didn't.
I sent it in Showdown.
Oh, in Showdown, like to ourselves?
Yeah, chat self.
Oh, look at that.
Handy.
It's a nifty
function.
little trick.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Don't think about those EVs too much. Just trust.
Oh, Psyshock. Why are we running Psyshock?
I mean, we don't have to. I think it was cool though.
I mean, it's fine, but like we beat Blissey already with just Nasty Plot and Sludge Bomb boost, and you can get past Clodsire with Wisp plus Dark Pulsing. So I feel like
we're not
Wisp
running
over Psyshock is the move.
You want to run Wisp?
Yeah.
Nasty Plot Wisp.
Well, think about it. It also hits Kingambit, which this set doesn't, right?
True.
And we've just saw what happens when you can't hit Kingambit. It's not so good.
we do need some help versus
okay,
that, yeah.
I am a discharge glazer. I love it. I'm glad to see that.
I think it's just cheese.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I think it's just good math.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Okay.
Anything else you are worried? Oh, the Rillaboom is turtle ground for some reason. Sorry.
Why should that should be dark, right?
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Mr. S, thank you for the £2. Wanting to change Muck's name to Drapion Senior? No, because we're no longer using this.
Sorry.
Okay, but let's give this team a go.
Yeah, I'll get one here.
Oh, whoops.
Oh,
did it just say? It said Rillaboom can't have Cork Drive. What did you?
Wait, what the fuck?
You put Cork Drive on Rillaboom.
Something happened when I was pasting this. My bad.
Oh man.
Okay, Grassy Surge Rillaboom, Cork Drive Treads, Defiant Ogerpon, Good as Gold, Bad Dreams, Protosynthesis. Okay, I think we're fine now.
I think we have a full team of Pokemon with only one ability. Oh no, Rilla has 2.
Rilla technically has 2.
But that's it.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you search.
Searching.
I'll put the final click in your hands this time.
Sure. All right, let's see here. Munchlax, the God King. Very fascinating. Unfortunately, there is a Moltres.
I love the idea of leading Ogerpon and immediately clicking Rock Tomb.
Immediately Rock Tombing?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm down.
Because like this team does not deal well with Ogerpon. Like we can I think afford to glide once or twice. Or I mean a cudgel, excuse me, once or twice maybe, but like this seems like a good plan. Maybe just click Rock Tomb.
I'm down. Okay, but here though?
Here we probably do you want a Terragrass Cudgel? Does it kill? I feel like it
can.
It can. That's not really great. And like getting knocked off would be devastating. Actually, getting knocked off would not be the end of the world here. I say we do it.
Depending on the HP investment, Superpowered should one it KO, which I am down to do.
Ah.
I think I'm gonna do it.
Okay. I think Molt could just. Okay, that critical hit. That might have mattered.
No way. No way.
Okay, but hold on.
Way.
Because that Treads didn't outspeed you, that Treads definitely had some HP investment, but I will say.
It's 108 min to no HP. I don't think.
Yeah, that was probably going to kill most Treads.
I think it was going to kill pretty much every. All right, I'm going to switch into Treads right now and get on my.
I agree. Treads is perfect. Okay, though, there's like that whole Raging Bolt.
You want to keep it for Bolt, though? Mm.
Yeah. How about. Like, NP Darkrai looks kind of sick here, but I think we just go into Rye.
I was thinking we go Raging Bolt, actually.
I mean, but Dragon moves are not free. I mean, I don't really want to give up Raging Bolt when they just lost their ground type and we can freely Volt Switch. That seems like a bad play.
Oh, that's true. All right.
I think it's Rye.
Why don't we go Gold to Scout Wisp?
Because Gold is good for Zama late game.
Oh, we do need it, yeah. Ah, man, do we have to go Darkrai?
I don't know why you're so resistant to this idea. Like,
I want to keep Darkrai healthy for stuff, but no, all right, fine, yeah.
Like, I get it, but like,
what the fuck? Oh, okay.
So okay, now we go Bolt, right? This is why we like Darkrai, because that's definitely Specs Fire Blast, right? I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
That's not like Charcoal or some BS.
No. Oh,
come on.
Draco's kind of free.
You're right. We do just click Draco here.
All right. That is excellent damage. Like, wow.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Jeez. What set is that? Is that leftovers? Is that no bulk?
It's not leftovers. I think that's no bulk.
I think you're right. So, okay, if that's no bulk, then that means we're probably going to get hit with something pretty hard here. You could go Gold.
Wait.
The reason we were saving Gold.
Wait. It's actually, is it really? No. Oh, that was just a good roll too.
Yeah, that's no
We could.
bulk.
Wait. But we could also just thunderclap here.
No, you don't kill.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't. What are you, bro?
Oh, sorry, I'm at -2. My bad.
Yeah.
Calcs.
Yeah.
Gold is fine here.
Yeah.
And now I want to go Rillaboom.
It's either gonna be Molt coming in or Samurott. So couldn't you go Ogerpon and cover both?
Okay, that's better. Yeah, Ogrepon's better. You're right.
Although it's eating a CC would suck.
There's just no way he does that.
I mean, people get desperate. Oh, it's that. Okay. Well, we can.
It's Orb. Okay.
You can Terra here, can't you? Just like.
I could. Am I willing to commit Terra here though? Like.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
No, actually, I kind of am. Yeah.
I mean, I guess
Like, what
we
else am I
really
gonna
don't
Terra?
need it elsewhere. That's true. Because yeah, all the Terras we were kind of. Yeah. No, that's fair. Just like Cudgel.
I don't think Fairy Gold is worth the. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, that's fair. SR, you guys enjoying SR and being foul-mouthed? No longer a PG stream.
Wait, I haven't even noticed I've been swearing.
See, that's how you know you're really bad. Okay, that's it.
I'm just gonna
Zero,
Volt Switch.
loving AV Bolt. We absolutely just Volt Switch here, don't we? Oh, and they gave it to us.
Ooh, Ogerpon!
Oh,
Ogerpon!
Ogerpon! Yes, sorry.
Ogerpon is calling. All right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sack Bolt here. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Bolt is it. Bolt is not going to. Bolt is not doing too much at this point.
Well done, soldier. I'm just knocking off. Actually,
Yeah.
I could Woodhammer.
Uh,
I could Woodhammer.
There's no real
but-
reason to Woodhammer though, because Knock's going to be better against Bolt, and you can knock into Glide on
No,
H-Trap,
yeah, you're right.
so
There's no
you just
reason for
knock
it.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Ooh.
what's that going to be? Boots. Do
Good
we just want
damage.
to Woodhammer here?
There's no reason to not go treads.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
That's fine.
My impatient
Yeah.
self just looking for a way to like end this game in 2 seconds. Actually, okay,
No.
no, I'm godlike. Actually, I take it all back.
You were. I kind of want rocks up actually. I think that. Do we need rocks to kill Dragapult? Yeah, it helps. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, they
Got 'em.
flip turn. That's like great for us. That's awesome.
Got him.
I have no idea why they did
Got
that, but I'm hyped to see it. You just okay. You actually click EP and then you go Ogrepon and you win the game.
Click what?
EP, Earth Power. Don't Steel Beam. You're gonna miss.
Wouldn't I? Okay, fine. I will miss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Steel Beam misses about 30% of the time.
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. All right, Ogrepon. Holy shit, Ogerpon. He got off the goop, not the last game. He got 5. He might just get 6 kills. Big God. Oh my God.
Oh,
Wait, I actually think he might get 6 kills.
I think you're right. We're absolutely going for it on A-Trot, even though this. Well, hold on. That damage on Treads banded. No, we kill this Pult still, don't we? There's no way this
we
Pult
still
lives.
kill Pult.
Oh yeah, we're doing
Oh,
like
yeah, we still
60.
kill
Yeah,
Pult. Oh my God, Pinka. Pinka.
we got the 6
We got
kills.
6 kills.
Woo!
6 kills.
Okay.
There's no better way to end that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's yeah. Even though we only got 3 games, I think that's a good spot. Here's the question: do you want to do a part 2 and try to like test more of these versions and take this idea further?
I'm actually super down to do part 2. Yeah.
Okay, let's do a poll just to see how chat is feeling about that.
Because-
Ogrepon part 2. Yeah, because this honestly, I feel like we just didn't get to test enough. But these teams feel like we've got some really strong ideas, and they're working. I mean,
We made 3 teams, and we
Yeah.
only got like 3 games total, right?
yeah. Was this
Yeah.
part 3? Have I
Odd.
done Grasspon before? No, the Magnazone stream was a Magnazone stream.
That we ignore that.
So it says Ogrepon girl bossed too hard. Yeah.
Okay, but the title can actually be Ogerpon gets 6 kills in this. Dude, think of the clickbait. It's not even clickbait. Fire titling, come on.
I mean, I guess I'll think about it. Okay, this is a very high yes percentage. We've got 93% yes.
Oh shit.
94. Yeah. Normally it's like 80 to 90. So the people
Sick.
want to see Ogerpon more. I wish we had time to get more games in, honestly, but I think we gotta.
Yeah.
We can't. We've got lives and things to be about. For better or worse, we can't just game all day. But yeah, that was awesome. 95%. I think this is record breaking part 2 voting.
We're hot off the win, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's
Okay, there we
too
go.
good.
So there will be a part 2. Yeah, let's call it there. Thank you guys so much for attending. Glad we went 2-1. Our elo raised. Win record was good. I think there's potential in the first version. We did the muck team as well. We've just got to shift some stuff around and make it maybe just a little bit less passive. Yeah.
I think Specs Gold could definitely be a good choice there on this
Specs Gold. Yeah, I agree. And actually,
Yeah.
you know what I wonder is maybe Treads over Tusk could be good. No, but the problem was King Gambit. Crazy that we had we had fighting coverage on Ogerpon, a Tusk, a Moltres. No, but Trick Specs is also really good for Gambit too. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
I feel like I think a few changes like Specs Gold and a bit bulkier on Tusk could really turn this team around. And the muck was great. Like we got to give it up. I think the team did not breaking quite fast enough to work, but I think Specs Gold Engo would have made that Corviknight Harkonine game go way faster, for example.
Definitely, yeah, way
And
faster.
and that will give muck more freedom to like be okay with not having recovery. And it was good, honestly. Like the muck put in work where it needed to.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
And in that webs game too, it ate up that moth so easy. Did you see that damage, dude? 24 from a booster special fiery dance.
That was pretty wild.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Also, we got a question in chat. Think Lewis saying, I don't understand why we always need part 2s. Don't sequels always ruin things. So guys, SRN and I, we've been building for a very long time, and I'm going to give you an insight into my past. Before I did YouTube, before I was a content creator, back when I just played Pokemon only when I wanted to, which most times I do want to. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm like a bitter old man that's like, you know, sitting here forced to play Pokemon, only care about money. And, you know, like, no, I enjoy a lot of these streams, but there are times where I'm like, I don't want to make a video, but I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do it. But anyway, back in the days where I always just purely played Pokemon for fun. When I had an idea, here's what the idea process looks like. We'd come up with an idea. It would be, it was Gen 8 OU. I'd be like, okay, you know, I've got an idea, and I'd hit up SRN and be like, yo, what do you think of Graplocked? Right? And I'd be like, look at this move. Look at Octola. And then here's what I'd do. I'd try that Pokemon. It didn't work. I'd try a different team. It didn't work. I'd try a different set. I would try so many different teams with this Pokemon, try to make it work. And then sometimes it'd fail. Other ideas I'd have, like, I'm trying to think what another one was. I wanted to make Arctozolt work. What'd you say?
Do you remember your famous Umbreon team?
Oh, I do. Yeah, the famous. So like this, you know, I tried. Okay, well, we've got Heal Bell, so it'll probably support like a CB Kartana, but I tried a bunch of different versions. But here's the point. Never and ever my building process has building a great team been a short process. It is always iteration, effort, trying it again, coming up with a bunch of different versions. What I do on stream, the 1 hour thing, this is not how anyone good builds. This is building made in a somewhat content friendly kind of form. Because some people like the building, some people like the battling. But if you guys want to see a realistic, like if I just streamed what I used to do years ago, you would see hours and hours and hours of building and hours of testing. Doing like little tests in 2 hour chunks with a Pokemon and moving on is never how I did it in the past. So these part 2s, why we do part 2s is to give ourselves more time and make the building process be frankly more realistic and like what it actually is. So that's why we need part 2s, because 2 hours is not enough to really try to build a great team.
Very well said, Pinka. Couldn't have put it better myself. Although that one line in chat did not deserve a 5 minute.
No, no. I mean, I'm not
It
going to
was good.
hate on Think Lewis. I just think it was a good time to explain why I want more time to build and why we go, we go and talk about more Pokemon and do more streams with the same Pokemon. That's why. Because I think some people have somewhat of a skewed perspective on what building looks like for me. And then the other thing is also some people like, oh wow, a lot of these teams are kind of mid, like you've really fallen off. I'm like, no, I used to spend like 50 hours on one Pokemon. Now I spend two, like it's it's not a miracle. It makes sense that I build a lot of mid teams in these streams because it's 2 hours. But I was really happy with what we put together today. And I think with a bit more time, we could really make this work. So SRN, of course, very busy, going to be Dr. SRN soon, I guess, so we can diagnose.
I wouldn't say soon.
Well, yeah, medical school, but soon enough, SRN's going to be able to look and just, pick out health problems in the chat based on what terrible ideas you guys have. You'd be like, oh yeah, that's brain damage for sure. I'm thinking that one's about to have a heart attack.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, we got early signs of dementia here with the that recommendation. But yeah, next time. So SRN, very busy life, so I can't tell you for sure when the next part 2 is going to be, but I will keep hounding him, and when SRN has a free weekend, we will do part 2. We'll build Ogerpon. It's going to be an awesome time. We'll test some more of these teams and try the improvements. So yeah, we'll end it there. Thank you guys so much for attending, and I'm going to try to time this right. I'm going to end this in 3, 2.
Thank you guys for coming.